Before taking on any physical challenge, it's important to understand one thing. You will stay more consistent in training for way longer when you use intensity wisely. Hey, this video is brought to you today by my friends at Element. Element is a tasty electrolyte mix with everything you need and nothing you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. Element was formulated to help anyone with their electrolyte needs and is perfectly suited to folks following keto, low carb, or paleo diets. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium per packet. The perfect ratio I have found for me. What I love the most is that there's no junk, no sugar, no coloring, no artificial ingredients, no gluten, no fillers, no BS. As a member of our community, Element has a very special offer for you. You can claim your free Element sample pack simply by going over to the website drinkelement.com/MarcusPhilly to get yours. And if you're wondering what my favorite flavor is, raspberry salt mixed with some ice water is delicious. I hope you enjoy. When I was in the height of my competitive years, managing the peaks and valleys of intensity was always super tough. I can recall back in 2013, in my first year of individual competition in the CrossFit Games, I was maxed out on intensity in preparations for regionals. Now I'm more in the mindset of helping my athletes and myself be able to choose times to get after it while also keeping balance and longevity in mind. Contrary to popular fitness culture that suggests that the only worthwhile exercises and workouts involve regular pain and suffering, functional bodybuilding places intensity, or funtensity, thoughtfully inside of training cycles. The times and persist to maximally express your physical self are the culmination of weeks or months of training progressions so that you have the opportunity to step inside the gym and push it safely. The greatest gift that sport and fitness have given me is a deep understanding that on the other side of effort lies the potential to be rewarded. Not every time we push ourselves are we immediately rewarded. Sometimes we work hard and come up empty-handed. But when I think about the number of times I have sat around idle, done nothing, given no effort, and had immense reward land in my lap, I think it is safe to say that pushing ourselves and working for something almost always turns up a greater reward than doing nothing. Earning it involves consistency. The phrase earning it comes from the fact that when we give maximal effort in our lives and challenge ourselves fully, we infinitely increase our likelihood of positive and rewarding outcomes on the other side. Too many people make the assumption that we should give maximal effort in the gym every day. They think this will increase the likelihood of rewarding outcomes. They overlook that we must consider consistency just as much as we consider intensity. So let's balance effort with repeatability. The easier something is to do, the greater the likelihood we have of being consistent. However, if intensity or effort is too low, then no matter how consistent you are, you won't see much change. Meanwhile, if we try to bite off too much intensity in hopes of making change happen quickly or in large quantities, we risk being inconsistent and falling off the wagon. So how do we then juggle this when it comes to training? With functional bodybuilding, we have followed a recipe for years that involves periods of base building, accumulating reps and sets, then intensifying the work, and then expressing ourselves maximally. We repeat these cycles over and over for years, and in the process, we honor both the consistency and intensity sides of the training continuum. Step 1, build the foundation: strength balance, absolute strength, aerobic conditioning, end range strength and mobility. Step 2, accumulate reps and sets. This is progressive overload, weeks of the same, reps and sets that build, body adapts, and we get great capacity from it. Step 3, intensify the work. This is when loads increase, speeds increase, complexity increases. Step 4, maximal expression. This is a test. These are benchmarks. These are functional bodybuilding formats for maximum effort. Step 5, deload and repeat. The functional bodybuilding recipe always points towards intensification and maximal expression. We know those two stages have the power to yield great physical, mental, and spiritual reward for people. However, if we skip the first 2 steps and don't build the proper foundation, our bodies will break down and not ever feel prepared to express the type of effort that we desire to express. We should strive for the ability to give full physical effort safely. You have to earn the right to push yourself maximally. On the other side of any effort, whether that's in Persist or somewhere else in your life, you will be rewarded. Everything in the weeks that follow will seem easier to be consistent regardless of how tough things get. The act of getting outside of your comfort zone physically can set you up for a spiritual evolution that can shape every part of your life. If you follow the progressions, if you dedicate to the process, then you will be rewarded with the ability to push yourself maximally. And that is a very meaningful pursuit in fitness. Have you ever pushed yourself and found the reward, or gone too far over the edge and got burned in the process? We'd love to hear your story. Slide into my DMs or message us with the chat bubble at functional-bodybuilding.com.